That breaking news, Douglas County Attorney Don Kleine says a deputy's use of deadly force against a teen last month was justified. The sheriff says Janidi Ibrahim was a known gang member and was armed when he was confronted by Deputy Sergeant Jesse Ronk.
Sergeant Ronk saw Ibrahim apparently holding a handgun, and he didn't follow orders to put the weapon down. The sheriff says Ibrahim's moved into a vehicle, and then pointed a weapon at Deputy Ronk. That weapon.
Ronk fired 4 rounds, with 2 striking Ibrahim, killing him.
I think this situation also reminds us why we do need to stay resolute as well on identifying the sources of these illicit firearms, the majority of which cause so much havoc in our community.
County Attorney gave his assessment on the justification earlier today.
First Alert 6 John Chapman picks up our coverage from there.
Douglas County Attorney Don Kleine determined Sergeant Jesse Ronk was not the initiator of deadly force. Members of the Douglas County Special Operations Group were in the area of 48th and Pratt on May 22nd around 2:30 in the morning. They had been conducting a firearms investigation. Investigators had seen social media posts. Those posts involved a person they were aware of, 19-year-old Janidi Ibrahim.
The deceased was a K family gang member, according to Omaha Gang Intelligence, their gang unit.
Kleine went through some of the pictures posted on social media that show what they say is Ibrahim holding firearms. One post made minutes before the incident.
This post was done about, I think it was about 1:49 a.m. that day, that early morning hours of May 22nd.
Investigators driving through the area of 48th and Pratt believe they noticed Ibrahim from the social media post. 2 people in the vehicle got out and ran. Ibrahim did not.
At that point in time, Mr. Ibrahim is standing outside the vehicle. Sergeant Ronk pulls his gun. He's been previously pointed at with a firearm as he drove by. And as you see, Mr. Ibrahim points the gun at the officer. That's the light that you see there.
Kleine says Ibrahim put the gun by his side, pointed down. The light is still on. Ronk is still giving commands to stop. Ibrahim opens the door and gets into the car.
Mr. Ibrahim's in the driver's seat of the car, started the car. He sees his right hand holding what he believes the firearm and sees him move. And at that point in time, he feels he's an imminent threat to him and he's in danger. Sergeant Ronk fires the weapon. He fires it 4 times. He tells him to, drop the gun, open the car door. Mr. Ibrahim falls onto the pavement. The gun is sitting there on the console with the light still on.
Deputies on scene render aid. Ibrahim had been shot twice. The 19-year-old did not make it.
Under the circumstances, as we looked at them, his use of force was reasonable under the circumstances. In fact, as he reasonably believed at that point in time, unquestionably, as far as I'm concerned. I find that his actions were reasonable under the law. It doesn't take away the tragedy that occurs here, but that's the law, and his actions were appropriate under the law.
In Omaha, I'm John Chapman, First Alert 6.
Investigators recovered 2 guns from the vehicle, both loaded. One of those guns was stolen. This case will now move on to a grand jury investigation.